Yes, Eileen, please do that. It's an awesome opportunity. Okay, triangle sum theorem. What? That sounds hard. But it's not. It's not. It's not very hard. Not very hard whatsoever. So Nicole, there's a link in the email. Go back and fill out the form. Please, 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 please. Let me know if you need the link again. All right. So triangle sum theorem is a theorem that we use in geometry. It says that if you have a triangle, no matter what kind of triangle, big, small, if you add up all the three angles in that triangle, let's call this angle A, B, and C. If I were to add up angle A plus angle B plus angle C, it will equal 180 degrees. Okay, if I have a triangle has three angles, A, B, C. If I add up the three angles, it will equal 180 degrees. 180 degrees. It's like magical. It's pretty cool. And it's very easy math. If you know how to add and subtract, this is a piece of cake. All you need to do is know how to add and subtract, and you'll be good. Okay? So I have my triangle. Let's do now an actual problem. Triangle, this one's 70 degrees. This one is 35 degrees, and this one is x. So your job is to solve for x. What is the measurement of angle x? So the way we do this is we set up an equation. X plus 35 plus 70 all has to equal 180 degrees. Okay? So you've been solving equations for a long time now with me. So hopefully you still remember how to solve equations because you're going to be needing them in 8th grade and in high school. Alex taught you this. Yay! That's why I love Alex, because Alex shows you things before I do it. And then so you're better prepared for like the map test or anything like that, because if I don't have time to teach it to you, Alex did. Alex is like my best friend because, you know, Alex is pretty cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these two numbers together, and that gives you 105. If you need to go on the side and add them here, that's perfectly fine. Plus x equals 180 degrees. Okay, so we're going to just put these two numbers together. We drop down the x. Now we got to get x by itself. And what you've learned with me is that if it says addition, you're going to subtract 105, subtract 105. So x equals, so this is a 10, a 7. Make sure you borrow correctly. 10 minus 5.
So, Melanie, I did it differently.
How did you do it differently?
I did, first I did minus 70, then I brought over minus 70. Then I did x plus 35 equals 110, and then I did minus 35, and then minus 35 this side, and I got negative 75, which is still the same answer, but I don't know.
You got negative 35?
No, I got this. No, I got 70.
Okay, yeah. So that's fine too. You can take one number at a time and subtract. That's perfectly fine too. That's a way to do it as well. Yep, we all get to the same place. Same answer. All right, cool. Now let's try one that has an obtuse angle. Remember, obtuse angles are angles that are more than 90 degrees. We're going to close up the triangle, just like so. And I'm going to say that this angle up here is x. This number is 111 degrees. And this number is 17 degrees. Let me manually zoom it in. It's kind of hard to see, huh? So x, 111 and 17 degrees. So we're going to write them out. X plus 111 degrees plus 17 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So you can do it whichever way you feel more comfortable doing it, like move them one at a time. That's fine. Or you can combine them and then move just one number, up to you. So I'm going to add them on the side. That gives me 8 and 2, 128. So x plus 128 is equal to 180 minus 128 minus 128. Be very, 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 no matter what you do, no matter how you're going to solve this, be very careful with how you borrow. That's the number one mistake kids do is they take shortcuts on the borrowing and they end up with the wrong answer. So please don't do that. So 10 minus 8 is 2, 7 minus 2 is 5. So x is 52. And that's it. So if you know how to add and subtract, this is pretty easy. This is easy, right? I hope. All right.
So Melly, can you show the top of the notes really quick?
Just says Triangle Sum Theorem. Screenshot.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'm going to teach you level 1.1. 1.1. It's going to get like this much harder.
How many levels are there?
3,000. I just made that number up. I don't know. I mean, you will be doing these again in high school when you take geometry, but of course, the math is going to be harder. Like, it's the same idea that it equals 180, but to get your final answer is going to take you like half a page. In 7th grade, it just starts off pretty easy, not too complicated. All right, I did a little arrow there because sometimes when I write the number inside, it kind of bleeds with the marker, so you can't really see it. So that angle is 40, x, and then this little box, it's there to confuse you. Don't let that confuse you. What is this little box?
This one's 90 degrees, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's 90.
Yeah,
it's a right angle.
Yeah, so this symbol right there, that symbol stands for a right angle, and it means it's 90 degrees. But they don't usually write it out 90. They use this symbol, which means the exact same thing. Okay?
So it's 40 plus x equals 90?
I'm going to write it this way. 40 plus x, plus 90. This 90, because it's 3 angles, is equal to 180. Because all triangles equal to 180. This is a mystery number, but it's not really mystery because it's 90. And then your x. So again, same format. Add the numbers that you know or subtract them one at a time.
So it's always 180, Miss Emily?
Yes. Triangles always equal a grand total of 180. On Thursday, tomorrow, when I have more time, I'll show it to you using a piece of paper. It's pretty cool. I just don't have time today, but I will show you why it's 180. There is a way to prove it. I'm not just making this thing up.
You're following the rules.
So when we combine 40 plus 90, we get 130. If you want to move each number at a time, you can. That's up to you. So we have x is equal to 0. 8 minus 3 is 5. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So 50 degrees. X is equal to 50 degrees. So this is level 1.1. How is this level 1.1? Because they don't tell you what that number is. And it's 90 in disguise. That's it. Don't that's how they trick you. Don't get tricked. All right. Now let's do level 2. Let's jump to level 2. Ready? All right. Let's do another 90-degree triangle. Right triangle. And this, you know what it is. All right. So here, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is we have the little box, which you know is just there to trick you. It's 90. That is 5x, and then that's 60. So it's not just x, it's 5x. So you're going to need a little bit more math, just a little. So I'm going to write 5x plus 60 plus 90 is equal to 180 degrees. So 60 plus 90, 5x plus 150 is equal to 180. No matter how you do it, if you want to move the 90 and the 60, that's fine. The last number, though, pay attention. The last number you move, no matter how you do it, everybody, the last number you move is going to be the 5. Do not move the 5 first. You have to move the 5 last. Just keep that in mind. All right. So I'm going to subtract 150, subtract 150. I get 30 is equal to 5x. Notice that the 5 is the last number I'm going to move. For everybody, 5 should be the last number that you move. Divide by 5, divide by 5, x equals 6. What happened?
Why should that be the last number you do?
Excuse me, say that one more time.
Oh, wait, never mind. I got it. That's the x when it separates. Oh, wait, never mind. I got it.
Okay. Like some kids will be like, oh, can I divide by 5 up here? It's like, no. Move all this other stuff first and then move your 5.
It's like, not yet.
Not yet, exactly. It's like you move the numbers that are furthest away from the x, and then the one that's attached to the x, that's the one you move first. Because they're buddies, and you don't want to move them right away. Separation, anxiety. All right, let's do one that's level 2.5. 2.5. All right, 2.5. And the reason it's 2.5 is just it's going to be a super long problem, but the math is super easy math. It's going to look hard. It's going to seem like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And in reality, when you realize it, you're just adding and subtracting and you're dividing by 2. All of you can divide by 2. All right, so it looks like what? Just write it all out. 2x plus 10. This is a 10. 2x plus 10 plus your other angle, 48, plus your other angle, 36, is equal to 180 degrees. 2x plus 10, 48, 36. Now you look at this, you're like, I can't do that. Oh my God, that seems like it's a lot. But again, all you're doing is you're adding and subtracting. That's it. Okay, put the numbers that don't have any variables together. So the 10, the 48, and the 36. And they all have a plus sign. Awesome. Sometimes it gets a little tricky with subtraction signs, but it's all plus. All right, I can add that. So I'm going to go over here and add 10, 48 plus 36. All right, that gives me 14. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 94. All right, so I have 2x plus 94 is equal to 180. The last number, no matter how you do this, the last number everybody is moving is the number 2. Number 2 is the last one to move. So minus 94, minus 94, 2x equals, okay, borrow, that's the most important part. So 10 minus 4 is 6, 7 minus, oh, we can't do 7 minus that. So I have to borrow, that becomes a 0, that becomes a 17. 17 minus 9 is 8, so it's 86. But I'm not done. One little tiny step left, which is to divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals, I'm going to write it over here because I don't have any room, 43. And we are done. Okay, hold on. Let me move it up.